Hey, we live everyday people, man. We just gotta get everything settled in. And I want y'all to come in and sit down. Sit the down. We got to get lit. It's early in the morning. Okay? I don't even know if y'all hear me. Y'all can hear me. Okay, good. Awesome. We up in this thing. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to everyone who tuned in earlier. We'll be back at it. Y'all didn't know y'all was getting a double header. Okay? Well, I ain't finna hold y'all. We finna get into it. We finna get into it. Okay? Yes. It is late. Please hit that like button. Okay? Y'all gonna wanna see this. Trust me, y'all gonna wanna see this. Alright, so let's get into it.
Broke up with her recently, April. She broke the bed, so I can't sleep in it. I don't know what's wrong with people. And I guess she think this funny. My MacBook! She broke your MacBook, baby? She done broke my child MacBook. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, Kima. Kima, don't cry. I wasn't even gonna get on here and acknowledge what Danielle posted about us breaking up because yes, we did. Things happen, people break up, we grow apart. The problem is, I've been telling Danielle to get out this whole year. I've been telling Danielle to get a job this whole year and help pay bills. I'm over here in survival mode to keep a roof over all four of our heads when she's an adult like me. She getting on the internet painting out this picture that she want to paint that I cheated, when in reality, when you're single, you can't cheat. I broke up with her recently, April the 16th, which was the day before our 4-year anniversary. I broke up with her again on May 1st. When we went to California to her cousin's wedding, she asked me to put on because she didn't want them to know what was going on. And then I broke up with her yesterday, which caused this. And the crazy part is, I said I broke up with her 3 times. Y'all, I kept breaking up with her because she kept putting herself back in a relationship with me. Never did I ever say, we good, we back in a relationship. I had to keep telling her, we're not good, we're not in a relationship, I'm done. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook account, then you already know that I've been in Alabama since Saturday. So, I got on the road last night at midnight, heading back home when all of this was taking place. And she sent me some text messages saying that I was this, I was that. She was leaving my bullshit ass apartment. And I felt like then when she said that this is what she was leaving. And I was right. I'm not the type to go back and forth online to prove a point to nobody, because at the end of the day, I got respect for myself and I have respect for my children because their friends follow me and they see everything that happens. I have clips of them in this just so y'all can see how intense it is. She done brought the stuff out the room. I guess the TV broke or something. Oh, it is. She done broke the TV. Move. Y'all, look at my kitchen. She done broke my plates. I have a whole cookie business that's launching this month. She done opened up all my cookies. My chocolate chips. And she done opened up all my stuff and threw it on the floor. She done cooked food and left it there. And y'all know the couch that Belfin gifted me? She stabbed it. So basically, we need a whole new apartment. Y'all, she broke my child MacBook in half. She done broke it in half. Danielle, I'm finna call the police. We're gonna replace everything you just broke because it was not that serious. All you had to do was get on there and tell the truth about how you couldn't pay bills. But you wanna make it about me cheating. And you done took my baby shit and broke it. The story is more than what she just got on the internet and painted it out to be. It's so much deeper than that. She broke the bed, so I can't sleep in it. I don't know what's wrong with people. And I guess she think this funny. My MacBook! She broke your MacBook, baby? She done broke my child MacBook. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, Kima. Kima, don't cry. I wasn't even gonna get on here and acknowledge what Danielle posted about us breaking up because yes, we did. Things happen, people break up, we grow apart. The problem is, I've been telling Danielle to get out this whole year. I've been telling Danielle to get a job this whole year and help pay bills. I'm over here in survival mode to keep a roof over all four of our heads when she's an adult like me. She getting on the internet painting out this picture that she want to paint that I cheated, when in reality, when you're single, you can't cheat. I broke up with her recently, April the 16th, which was the day before our 4-year anniversary. I broke up with her again on May 1st. When we went to California to her cousin's wedding, she asked me to put on, but she didn't want them to know what was going on. And then I broke up with her yesterday, which caused this. And the crazy part is, I said I broke up with her 3 times. Y'all, I kept breaking up with her because she kept putting herself back in a relationship with me. Never did I ever say, we good, we back in a relationship. I had to keep telling her, we're not good, we're not in a relationship, I'm done. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook account, then you already know that I've been in Alabama since Saturday. So, I got on the road last night at midnight, heading back home when all of this was taking place. And she sent me some text messages saying that I was this, I was that. She was leaving my bullshit-ass apartment. And I felt like then when she said that this is what she was leaving. And I was right. I'm not the type to go back and forth online to prove a point to nobody, because at the end of the day, I got respect for myself and I have respect for my children because their friends follow me and they see everything that happens. I have clips of them in this just so y'all can see how intense it is. She done brought the stuff out the room. I guess the TV broke or something. Oh, it is. She done broke the TV. Move. Y'all, look at my kitchen. She done broke my plates. I have a whole cookie business that's launching this month. She done opened up all my cookies.
Cookie business?
My chocolate chips. And she done opened up all my stuff and threw it on the floor. She done cooked food and left it there. And y'all know the couch that Belfin gifted me? She stabbed it. So basically, we need a whole new apartment. Y'all, she broke my child MacBook in half. She done broke it in half. Danielle, I'm finna call the police. We're gonna replace everything you just broke because it was not that serious. All you had to do was get on there and tell the truth about how you couldn't pay bills. But you wanna make it about me cheating. And you done took my baby shit and broke it. The story is more than what she just got on the internet and painted it out to be. It's so much deeper than that. She broke the bed, so I can't sleep in it.
All right, everyday people. So y'all see what happened, okay? That's part 1 of the story. We're gonna get to part 2 in just a second.
Man, fuck them niggas.
Hey man, I am never dating a female with a baby daddy ever again in life. Them bitches don't be gay for real. They baby daddy or they ex probably just hurt them, so they try to run to the quickest thing that they can find. Let me tell y'all my story. So most of y'all probably know I was going with the girl cooking with Kayla B. Kayla. We ain't together no more. Because we was having some type of issues, shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Let me tell you what I caught this bitch doing. Before I even get all into that, I'm gonna tell y'all how we met. So, I'm a hairstylist. I do hair, I do locks and stuff. And I knew her sister because her sister used to go with one of my friends. She fakes like she wants to get her hair done because she seen my Instagram page and shit. So I finally do her hair, you know what I'm saying? My partner on the low tell me like she wanna mess with me and shit. And I was like, okay, she cute, I'll mess with her. So, you know, we start chopping it up. Normally, I don't even fuck with people with hair I do because I just feel like that's too risky. But this time, I just chose to. So we chop it up and shit, you know. Got a little conversation going. She get to telling me about how she was married and she moved out to Texas because she from Alabama. But she moved out to Texas to get away from her baby daddy. So I'm like, okay. The whole time, I'm thinking like, they not together and none of this shit. So I ain't gonna lie, we end up, you know, doing what we doing and shit. And she was sending me shit on Instagram, and I guess like the dude knew her like password. So the nigga started going crazy. I mean crazy, like constantly calling her, blowing her up, doing all this crazy shit, even messaging me, all this shit. Whole time I'm like, man, why this dude messaging me? Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So that should have been red flag number 1 because they was going back and forth. And me, I'm the type of motherfucker, like, I'm not finna get into it with nobody over no female. That's just, not how I operate. Like, it's just too many females out here in the world for me to be, you know what I'm saying, getting into it with a nigga, or excuse me, a person over a female. So, you know what I'm saying, I let them do their little thing, but dude kept messing with me, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm petty. I start going back and forth with him, but I ain't really pressed for real, you feel me? So, yeah, that goes on for a little bit. Meanwhile, you know, we getting closer and closer. So, you know, like I said, she ends up moving with me and shit, which was fine, because, you know, us gay folks, we move fast and shit. So, you know what I'm saying, everything was good for like a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? So I say like year 3 we was together. Shit just got bad for me. I ain't gonna even cap y'all. Like, I wasn't even like getting no money for real or none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went through a little period. And like, she the type of motherfucker that wants you to just like take care of her type shit. Like, pay all the bills, pay for the fun, do all this other extra shit. And I told her from the jump, like, that ain't something I can do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's you plus 2 more. Like, it was just me and her then, you know, whatever. But it ain't that. So, boom. We started getting into it. Shit like that. Mind you, I think, like, year 1, this girl, like, cheats on me with her baby daddy. I ain't even never told nobody this shit. I let that shit slide because I'm just like, you know what? Whatever, like, shit happens. I get it. Y'all been together since y'all was kids. So, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whole time, I've never cheated on this girl. I never did nothing to this girl. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. We getting into it and shit. Like, I'm going to skip on to year 4. We getting into it. You know what I'm saying? So, she tells me, like, she don't want to be with me no more. And me, I'm in love with the girl. I'm telling her, like, man, let's work this out. Let's work this out. Da-da-da-da. And she, no. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my people about it. They like, oh, something ain't right with that and shit. So, whatever. So, we fast forward. She, all of a sudden, she going back and forth to Alabama. Because, you know, she's from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So, I ends up going through her iPad. No, I ain't even say that first. She calls me and tells me that her baby daddy girlfriend, which is the girl that he done had 2 kids by since they done been broke up, then came to her hotel and pretty much tried to open her door. So she telling me, like, yeah, I told him to come over there to see the kids before we go back to Texas and shit. I'm like, okay, well, you know, she was tripping because I'm thinking, you know, the nigga just came to see the kids. So we fast forward. I go through her motherfucking iPad. They been the whole time. I'm like, damn. Okay, so at this point, I'm gone. Because, like, I ain't never cheated on you, you know what I'm saying? I had a little fucked up situation. It's cool, but I ain't never did you wrong, you know? I loved you, love the kids, you know, love your family, all that shit. So, yeah. Basically, I'm saying all this shit to say is, don't trust no female with a baby daddy. Like, me personally, from this point, I'm not fucking with no female that got kids, no baby daddy or nothing.
Facts.
And side note, she don't like y'all. Stepdaddy? I don't care what she say or do on the internet. She doesn't like y'all.
Stud daddy?
And
nobody want to be your stud daddy.
That's what it is. I ain't gonna go too much into detail, but she don't like y'all. Y'all support her, whatever, do it. But right. I'm telling y'all, she don't fuck with y'all.
Fuck all them stud daddies.
Like, for real. I know she probably gonna get on here and say whatever about me. I don't give a fuck. Say what you gotta say, baby. Cause, hey, if it's some true shit, I say it's some true shit. But I know she don't fuck with y'all. She talk about everybody. Like, for real. If you think you her friend, you're not. I swear you're not her friend. Hey, man. I am never dating a female. No, y'all are so dumb on the internet, bro. I've been working for myself for 5 years. I literally said in my last video that I've been working for myself. I'm a hairstylist. I do have a job, actually. A good one at that. She don't have a job. She don't make the money y'all think she make. Like, she bought nothing. Matter of fact, where she stay at, it was because of my mom's business. Please be for real. Y'all don't know this girl, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, this motherfucker's a devil. Y'all don't know her. Y'all think y'all know her because she has followers. But hey, believe what you want to believe, man. I don't care personally. Just, y'all are dumb. Y'all showing me every day how much the internet is persuaded by followers. Stupid. No, y'all are so dumb on the internet, bro. Man, y'all crazy as fuck. Why would I tear up something I bought? Y'all will literally believe a person that'll say anything, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, she sits and does this. She plots on ways to get views, man. I know her. I'm telling y'all. Y'all not gonna believe me because I don't have views and fans and all that shit. So, I mean, if y'all think I did whatever she say I did, then think it. I'm telling you. Anybody that know me know I ain't even that type of person. Y'all, everybody know I move with grace. I don't be tripping. The most I do is send a crazy text message. But I go on by my business. It's never that deep. Like, y'all really don't know how truly crazy this girl is. But, I mean, if that's what y'all think, whatever, bro. It's cool. Man, y'all crazy as fuck. Yes, I had been down. I was down for a little bit. I was making money, but I wasn't making like the thousands that I was used to making. Because if you know anything about working for yourself, sometimes you have up seasons and down seasons. And so when that happened, I went to school and I got a job. So, point proven. Yes, I had been down. I didn't leave because we were literally about to get another spot like within the next week or two, right? Because she been playing these games like we gonna do XYZ. She goes to Alabama and do whatever she do with her BD. And when she get down there, all of a sudden, she different. It's influence. He got influence over her mind, and it's cool. I'm over it. I have somewhere to stay, actually. Since y'all have a lot to say, just watch how my shit change and her shit change. And that'll tell you everything you need to know. You'll see. No reason to lie. Y'all, I've been at work all goddamn day, and y'all been in my comments going fucking crazy. I've been making videos when I can. Like, y'all so dumb. Y'all don't see shit being painted. This girl literally used me all the way the fuck up until I was dry, and then tried to call me pretty much a brokey. What y'all fail to realize is, when we first got together, she stayed with me for 3 years. Not 1, not 2, but 3 years. And then we switched, and she put the shit in her name. I've always had my own shit. I don't need nobody for nothing. Like, at all. Honestly, if I didn't want to just work a real job, for real, I can literally go work for my mom. She has her own business. This is not something that I need to do. I do it because I want to, because I was taught how to be self-sufficient. Now, this is my last video about this. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. Anybody that actually knows me know that I'm a good-ass fucking person. Like, period. Everybody know I try my best to do everything for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I always get pushed over to the fucking side. It don't matter what the situation is. So I'm really just tired of going back and forth with y'all, because y'all gonna believe what the fuck y'all want to believe, period. But, hey, you will read through the lines one day and see like, okay, maybe this girl was telling the truth. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all, I've been at work all goddamn day. This deserved to be number 1 on Yelp. Today, we came to Dallas to get the...
Yeah, she tripping. So I'm gonna show y'all why we out here.
Amen.
We are here because this woman decides to tear up this other woman's bedroom.
She broke the bed, so I can't sleep in it. I don't know what's wrong with people. And I guess she think this funny. She broke your MacBook, baby.
She
She
broke
done
the
broke my
kids'
child
scrapbook.
MacBook. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, Kim. Kima, don't cry. I wasn't even gonna get on here and acknowledge what Danielle posted about us breaking up because yes, we did. Things happen, people break up, you grow apart. The problem is, I've been telling Danielle to get out this whole year. I've been telling Danielle to get a job this whole year and help pay bills. I'm over here in survival mode to keep a roof over all four of our heads when she's an adult like me. She getting on the internet painting out this picture that she want to paint that I cheated, when in reality, when you're single, you can't cheat. I broke up with her recently, April the 16th, which was the day before our 4-year anniversary. I broke up with her again on May 1st. When we went to California to her cousin's wedding, she asked me to put on, but she didn't want them to know what was going on. And then I broke up with her yesterday, which caused this. And the crazy part is, I said I broke up with her 3 times. Y'all, I kept breaking up with her because she kept putting herself back in a relationship with me. Never did I ever say we good, we back in a relationship. I had to keep telling her, we're not good, we're not in a relationship, I'm done. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook account, then you already know that I've been in Alabama since Saturday. So I got on the road last night at midnight, heading back home when all of this was taking place. And she sent me some text messages saying that I was this, I was that. She was leaving my bullshit ass apartment. And I felt like then when she said that this is what she was leaving. And I was right. I'm not the type to go back and forth online to prove a point to nobody, because at the end of the day, I got respect for myself and I have respect for my children because their friends follow me and they see everything that happens. I have clips of them in this just so y'all can see how intense it is. She done brought the stuff out the room. I guess the TV broke or something. Oh, it is. She done broke the TV. Move. Y'all, look at my kitchen. She done broke my plates. I have a whole cookie business that's launching this month. She done opened up all my cookies, my chocolate chips, and she done opened up all my stuff and threw it on the floor. She done cooked food and left it there. And y'all know the couch that Belfin gifted me? She stabbed it. So basically, we need a whole new apartment. Y'all, she broke my child MacBook in half. She done broke it in half. Danielle, I'm finna call the police. We're gonna replace everything you just broke because it was not that serious. All you had to do was get on there and tell the truth about how you couldn't pay bills. But you wanna make it about me cheating. And you done took my baby shit and broke it. The story is more than what she just got on the internet and painted it out to be. It's so much deeper than that. She broke the bed, so I can't sleep in it. I don't know what's wrong with people. And I guess she think this funny. My MacBook! She broke your MacBook, baby. She done broke my child MacBook. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, Kim. Kima, don't cry. I wasn't even gonna get on here and acknowledge what Danielle posted about us breaking up because yes, we did. Things happen, people break up, you grow apart. The problem is, I've been telling Danielle to get out this whole year. I've been telling Danielle to get a job this whole year and help pay bills. I'm over here in survival mode to keep a roof over all four of our heads when she's an adult like me. She getting on the internet painting out this picture that she want to paint that I cheated, when in reality, when you're single, you can't cheat. I broke up with her recently, April the 16th, which was the day before our 4-year anniversary. I broke up with her again on May 1st. When we went to California to her cousin's wedding, she asked me to put on, but she didn't want them to know what was going on. And then I broke up with her yesterday, which caused this. And the crazy part is, I said I broke up with her 3 times. Y'all, I kept breaking up with her because she kept putting herself back in a relationship with me. Never did I ever say we good, we back in a relationship. I had to keep telling her, we're not good, we're not in a relationship, I'm done. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook account, then you already know that I've been in Alabama since Saturday. So I got on the road last night at midnight, heading back home when all of this was taking place. And she sent me some text messages saying that I was this, I was that. She was leaving my bullshit ass apartment. And I felt like then when she said that this is what she was leaving. And I was right. I'm not the type to go back and forth online to prove a point to nobody because at the end of the day, I got respect for myself and I have respect for my children because their friends follow me and they see everything that happens. I have clips of them in this just so y'all can see how intense it is. She done brought the stuff out the room. I guess the TV broke or something. Oh, it is. She done broke the TV. Move. Y'all, look at my kitchen. She done broke my plates. I have a whole cookie business that's launching this month. She done opened up all my cookies. My chocolate chips. And she done opened up all my stuff and threw it on the floor. She done cooked food and left it there. And y'all know the couch that Belfin gifted me? She stabbed it. So basically, we need a whole new apartment. Y'all, she broke my child MacBook in half. She done broke it in half. Danielle, I'm finna call the police. We're gonna replace everything you just broke because it was not that serious. All you had to do was get on there and tell the truth about how you couldn't pay bills. But you wanna make it about me cheating. And you done took my baby shit and broke it. The story is more than what she just got on the internet and painted it out to be. It's so much deeper than that. She broke the bed, so I can't sleep in it. I don't know what's wrong with people. And I guess she think this funny. My MacBook! She broke your MacBook, baby? She done broke my child MacBook. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, Kima. Kima, don't cry. I wasn't even gonna get on here and acknowledge what Danielle posted about us breaking up because yes, we did. Things happen, people break up, we grow apart. The problem is, I've been telling Danielle to get out this whole year. I've been telling Danielle to get a job this whole year and help pay bills. I'm over here in survival mode to keep a roof over all four of our heads when she's an adult like me. She getting on the internet painting out this picture that she want to paint that I cheated, when in reality, when you're single, you can't cheat. I broke up with her recently, April the 16th, which was the day before our 4-year anniversary. I broke up with her again on May 1st. When we went to California to her cousin's wedding, she asked me to put on because she didn't want them to know what was going on. And then I broke up with her yesterday, which caused this. And the crazy part is, I said I broke up with her 3 times. Y'all, I kept breaking up with her because she kept putting herself back in a relationship with me. Never did I ever say, we good, we back in a relationship. I had to keep telling her, we're not good, we're not in a relationship, I'm done. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook account, then you already know that I've been in Alabama since Saturday. So, I got on the road last night at midnight, heading.
All right, everyday people, man. We up in this thing. Hey. Hey, check this out, man. Y'all want to call in and tell us about this situation? Have you ever been in a situation where you had to kick a bitch out and then she destroyed your stuff, or kick the guy out and he destroyed your stuff? I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to call in and yeah, man, let's do it. Let's have at it. So call the number and give us your situation. Tell us your situation. How somebody that came in and started some whole crap with y'all. You know, I ain't never had no. Well, how about? I've never had anyone destroy my stuff personally, but I've had like women come over and do some wild, crazy stuff at my house. I've had, yeah, I have. And then the whole thing, you know what's crazy? Is like every time something crazy has happened, I've had it on camera. And then I'll be like, man, I don't even press charges on these people. Cause they be scoring lovers. Yeah, I be scoring them. You know. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I be sending these women through the ringer. Okay. Tell the story. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna tell one story. Alright. So boom. Beep. That's my smoke alarm in the back. Beep. You can't have a good story without a smoke alarm, okay? Or a so boom. If you don't have a so boom, smoke alarm, or put a finger down. You gotta no good story, okay? So, boo. Man, I usually don't invite women over my house. Bro, the cookies did not have to get destroyed. She was wild for that. Like, and you know what? She was like, she had a cookie business and she had everybody else's cookies. Where's your cookies? Like, what kind of cookie business you got? All right. PJ, yes, I'll be the villain in all stories. I'm gonna tell you why. All right. Y'all can judge me later. Don't judge me today. Listen, but don't judge, okay? Because I was not a player. I was just, you know what I'm saying, in the mix. Okay. Man, I never let girls know where I stay, like for a long time, because they do weird stuff. Like they pop up at your house and all that stuff. And they be crazy because even when you do, like I never pop up at a woman's house. I don't even want to show up at your house, first of all. Like, and I'm not gonna drive by your house or nothing. You know? It's just weird to me, but that's just me. But women, they have a different theory in life. They're like, oh, I gave him some coochie. I can show up whenever I want to. And I'm like, eh. So anyway, I always told this chick I didn't live by myself, so she couldn't come over my house. You know what I'm saying? And as much as women be like, I want a man, he got his own, he doing this, he doing that. You hoes is lying. Y'all lying. Y'all will sleep with a nigga that's sleeping on the couch. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I wasn't sleeping on the couch. I just didn't tell anybody where I stayed. So anyway, uh, one time this chick, she was driving around the city and her car broke down and her car broke down around by my house. And I was like, okay, this is what you could do. Hey, just pull up to my brother's house and you can park your car at my brother's house. And then if you need a tow car or if you can get it fixed in front of my house, we get a mechanic to go fix it, whatever. And you can just get it fixed from there. It won't matter. And she was like, okay, thank you for looking at it. I said, yeah, no problem, no problem. So I don't know what was in this chick's mind, but she was like, this gotta be this nigga house. She said, this gotta be his house. I was like, oh, hold on. I might miss a call. I didn't miss a call. Y'all ain't calling yet, but y'all should call in. I don't know. Hold on. Settings, left click calls. Okay. All right. Yeah. Y'all should be able to call. If you want to call in, feel free to. We're gonna let you call in. So anyway, back to the story. She might have thought that like, damn, this is PJ house. I don't know why she thought that, but anyway, because I had two cars, and one of my cars is always in the garage, so you never know. But I think one time, she might have just drove by my house in the middle of the night and seen my car there. I don't know. I don't know how she figured out that was my house. I don't know. I still haven't figured that out to this day. I haven't talked to her about it. But needless to say, I was doing my own thing. But where I messed up at, this is where I messed up at. I let somebody come over my house, and it wasn't my girlfriend. It wasn't even my girl. It was a bunch of people at the house. And then when the house let out, somebody left their car in my house. And that chick came back and straight demolished that car. Demolished that car. Like was hitting it with all type of shit. And you know what's crazy is I heard some wheel marks peeling out. So I cut on my TV and I look at my cameras and I don't see nothing. And I'm like, I wanted to say I heard a car alarm, but I wasn't sure. So I go outside and I'm like, all right, ain't nothing happened. What's going on? I didn't see nothing. I raised up the garage. I didn't see nothing. So I go back and lay down. I wake up in the morning and you know, to the people that was sleeping in the living room and on the couch and all this shit, nobody said nothing. But then I'll go out in the garage. I see glass everywhere. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm thinking my windows is busted out. Nope, not my windows. It was the other car. So this chick then tore up this other person's car, not knowing who it is, what they at my house for, whatever. She just tore up the car. I was like, fuck. So anyway, yeah, that situation sucked. But that's why I was like, man, I never let chicks move. Know where I stay again, because if they car just break down, if you can't get that mug towed home, you just out of luck. Who got a worse story than me? I know I ain't the only one with a story. Oh, let me tell you another time. One time, all right, I had another place. Man, I tell you, I got cameras. I got cameras now. I always got cameras at the house. I mean, it's we're in a new millennium, okay? Man, I had cameras and something happened. Anyway, this is at this particular story. This girl knew where I live, and her daughter liked Nintendo Switch, so I would always let her play my Nintendo Switch. So I'll take it over there. I'll be like, "Here, you be occupied. I'm finna go beat your mama." You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me. But I said, listen, we don't judge. I let the kid play the Wii. She put the headphones on. You can't hear nothing. I'm going straight to Pound Town on her mama, right? Um, then, um, I don't know. I had this chick at the place, just going in and going in. And I guess she was trying to call my phone, but she didn't. She couldn't get my. She could. I wasn't answering because obviously I was occupied. Man, this chick showed up to my front door and dropped the Wii off in the mailbox and said, "Don't call her no more," or something like that. And she whispered it into my camera, like, "Don't call me no more." I was like, "What the fuck?" Yo, that shit was so funny. I was dying laughing. I was like, "Oh God, yeah, man." Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Man, I ain't playing no games with none of you, no women, no more. I'm sick of y'all. Like, y'all are worthless. Y'all tear nigga shit up for everything. But nah, it's better just being in peace. You ain't got to worry about cheating. You ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, sleep with other women, just being in peace. It's like, fine. Because, man, yeah, the women stress you out. You be like, as soon as you think you got one, bro, that ain't funny. So, I just don't deal with it no more. I try to. I be like, hey, I be shooting my shot from long distance. Then I just realized I'm cool. I just don't want my stuff destroyed. Listen, if if you got a woman, you cannot go live at 2 o'clock in the morning. If you got a woman, you cannot go live at 2 o'clock. You can't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, I want to go record my videos." You can't do that. If you do anything in a relationship, you can't do it. If you got a second job or you got a business and you in a relationship, you might as well say your business gonna fail. Chief said, "I don't pay on the first date." I agree, Chief. Don't pay on the first date. Listen, just leave your wallet in the car. You know what? Oh, funny story. Another story. Listen, don't judge. I went on a date one time, and for whatever reason, I took out cash for the date, and I was just like, I'm gonna pay in cash. I'm gonna flex on her a little bit. So, man, tell me why. I said, like the bill came, I was like, oh shit, I left my money in the car. And the girl was like, she looked at me for a second, was like, you sure? I said, yeah. She's like, well, I'll pay for it. You can just pay me back. I said, oh, she about to ghost me? She about to ghost me. So, she didn't end up ghosting me, but fact of the matter is we never got together. But she ended up going with another guy, and she was posting him all on social media. I love him. I love him. This nigga was married. She should have just stayed with the nigga who couldn't pay, because I could have paid. I just did. I left my money in the car, and I was going to get it, but she said she was gonna pay. I think she thought I was about to dip on her, so she said I'ma just pay. But no, I haven't been able to maintain a relationship. Oh, PJ, I was never able to maintain a relationship around my straight facts, Joker. Okay. Somebody hit the number and call in. Tell me what's on your mind. Has anybody called in? Nope. See, y'all scared to call in. I might call. Put y'all number up here. I'm gonna call in on one of y'all. I'm gonna call one of you more. I'm gonna call the last person who called in on the last chat. Be like, hey, damn, do I got any more toxic dating stories? Man, I don't know. I don't know if I got some more toxic dating stories. I got some fun. I got some money. No, I don't need to get off live. You gonna call right in. Everybody gonna hear your story. Melissa, man, if this somebody else's number, you better delete your number off the chat. 777-9311. Let me see if there's somebody. Let me see. Can y'all hear?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey. I don't have a story, but I'm actually at work.
Uh,
So
okay. What's up?
yeah, what's up? How are you? How's vacation?
It's good. It's good. Well, vacate. It's over, but I was back to work today.
Man, you gonna drop this merch? I see that. One of these days you gonna drop this merch.
You said what? You was
I
cutting
said
out.
one of these days you gonna have to drop this merch, whatever your shirts, hats, pins, cups, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I am. I promise, man. I'm gonna get on it, but I got so much stuff going on. Like y'all don't even know. Behind the scenes, I'll be busy, and then my old ass gotta take naps and shit.
You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. I gotta take naps too. I'm almost 40, so I know how that goes.
So tell us your toxic dating story.
Do I got a toxic data story?
Yeah.
I got plenty of them. That's plenty. I got plenty of them for days. So I got one offhand. Well, okay. I'll give you this one. So I met this guy recently, and he worked at a car wash. There's no shade to anybody that works at a car wash. You get your bread how you get your bread. So we ended up going on a date. He was like, "Can you meet me at the bar?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." Met him at the bar. He's drunk already. I'm like, "It's 6:30. Why are you drinking? It's 6:30 in the evening. I'm on my way to work." He's like, "You want to drink?" I said, "No." So we talked that night. He's like, "Well, if I get you pregnant," I'm like, "I don't even know you." So we on the phone. His daughter's in the background. She on speaker. So she was like, "Dad, can I ask her?" I said, "I'm listening to her." So she said, "Do you smoke?" I'm thinking to myself, "Sweetie, you're 14. You are a child. You should not be asking me that." So then the next day he asked me, he was like, "So you want kids?" I'm like, "Yes." And he says, "Oh, well, if I get you pregnant when I meet you, you finna have my baby." I said, "Baby, I don't even know you." Click, hung up, blocked him all the way around. We didn't even get to go on the first date. So that's my little story. I little quick little story.
That ain't a toxic dating story. You just was about to
It
run into a
is.
Pookie,
I blocked.
and Pookie
No,
was
no, no.
about to
I
set
blocked
you up.
him. No, I blocked him, and he started talking to me afterwards. And he said, "Don't do that. This actually is my real number. I put my real number in the chat. That's really my number.
I deleted
So
it.
don't do me. Do not do me."
I
I know.
deleted it.
If I know that's why people it's called block and delete. I'm great at that. But
Uh,
that's like this. How can you sit up here and say that you like me and don't even know me trying to get me pregnant and I ain't even been on a date with you? That's crazy.
so what do you think about men who try to get women pregnant? I mean, well, I thought we supposed to be dating with intention. Like, all
Yes,
right,
dating with intention is cool, but you can't date me. Well, you can't go on a date with me first day and say you're gonna get me pregnant. You don't even know me.
damn, I better stop telling these chicks I'm gonna have babies with them.
Don't do
Right.
that. Don't do that. They're gonna run for the hills and they're gonna run real fast.
I be trying. I'm toxic though. I be trying to find any girl that
Oh,
got.
I know.
If a girl got 2 or 3 boys, I try to date them. I don't date any woman with girls. If
Cause
you
you
got,
got what, 5 girls?
yeah, I got five.
We pay attention. We pay attention.
Yeah, you got my 2 little babies. They interrupted the live earlier, but that's neither here
It's
nor
okay.
there. They in bed
It's
now.
okay. We love them anyway. We love them anyway, so it don't matter. It's cool.
All right, so what has nobody ever no man ever tore your stuff up?
Yeah, they have. They have. They didn't. I done had to do like tear up my car, bust my windows, all the above, flat my tires because I stopped dealing with him. I know all about that.
Ooh, Tay. Boy, this girl got some snap back. Hey, any dude that tears up a girl's car or anything, her house, she got that snapper. And I don't want that. I don't want no girl's coochie that's good to make me want to tear up somebody's car house.
You can't sit up and do say like that. Say is like I think 26, 27. I think I'm 37, so I don't know where that how that's gonna work, but
Get you a
hey,
cougar. Get you a cougar.
oh, shut up,
Yo.
shut up, shut up,
Okay.
TJ.
Hey, okay, Stella. Melissa, aka Stella.
You
Hey.
stupid, TJ, stupid.
Nah, for real, but so, yeah, you can't be throwing it back on people like that because that's what
It's
makes
not
them
my
do it.
fault. It's not my fault. I done had somebody tell me they was gonna kill me. I've heard it all.
You see the
I've
story
heard it
from the other
all.
day? You see the story from the other day about the guy who got into it
Killed
with
his
his.
wife alive.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that.
What's your thoughts on that?
That was crazy. He should have. He should have sat here. They should both handle it a different way. So that was real unfortunate. You know how that little situation ended. But she kept provoking him, so I see where he's coming from. But he didn't have to kill her though. Excuse me, unalive her. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he did, man. And you know what? I think, like, I'll be honest, man. He knew. I think he was past his limit at the time of the live. I think he was gonna do it regardless of whatever she was gonna say. But
Right.
uh, in the regards to that, I do think that's a weak ass man because
Yeah.
you gotta be better than that. Like it don't matter what somebody put you through. You gotta be like, all right, I could just walk away from this relationship with my dignity and pride. Like I got cheated
Mm-hmm.
on, or I got, she gave me herpes or what. Man, you gotta take that with
Right.
pride. It sucks, but
Right.
it's not worth nobody's life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or
I would give you that. That's true. You know, that's something that people have to realize. Like, you have to walk away when it no longer serves you. Anybody, family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You know.
facts. And like it didn't help that she was antagonizing and all, but she didn't even know she was pushing herself to her own demise. Like I don't
I
want to
saw that. That was.
victim blame, but it's just like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to victim blame. I'm just saying, like sometimes, even if it sounds like ladies, man, y'all gotta think better. If a man's whooping your ass,
Mm-hmm.
don't antagonize him. Like think like 2 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm. Get away from him. Get away from him. Move around and do what you gotta do.
You know what her problem was?
But
She was like 6'2", 250,
damn,
and he was like 5'8",
dang.
and she always tried to little boy him. Because if you see
Mm-hmm.
when they was right next to each other, she was towering over him,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if that hurt his ego, but I know she fought back, but she couldn't
Yeah.
whoop him, you know.
Mm-mm. No. No.
So, but I just think that
You
like,
know it's past your bedtime, right?
huh?
It's past your bedtime.
Listen, y'all finna find me sleep over here. Y'all go. I'm finna be like, hey, subscribe to my channel to wake me up, looking ass. For real.
Right.
My friend, she goes on live every night. She's on live
Uh-huh.
right now. She's on
Uh-huh.
live right now. She get about 20,000 views every night from
Dang.
sleeping on live.
Ooh, you should do
So
that then. You should try that.
I should, but hell no, I be farting, burping, getting up to pee. I be like
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You
snoring
got
like
to
a
do what you
bug.
got to do. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. If it's going to make you money and your kids money, hey, I'm all for it.
Are we gonna get that money? Yeah, but
Hey,
maybe.
you got to do what you got to do.
I'm gonna try it on another channel. Y'all gonna think I'm nah hell nah. I don't got no woman. I gotta jack off in the middle of the night to get some sleep. Y'all gotta
Use our roses.
Yeah, y'all be using. Yeah. I can't have. I can't have that. YouTube won't have that. I'll just play it. I ain't lying.
Oh my god. Oh
But
my god. You funny. Funny.
you got to be celibate some way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
True. True.
of I'm just glad I'm not in New Orleans right now.
New
Sleeping.
Orleans. All the way to Houston. Not in Texas or anywhere like that.
The girl on the screen is the one who got her house damaged. I think I should play the video. But people do just coming in. But anyway, so any more toxic stories for you, or are you gonna encourage
No.
somebody else to come up here? Because I love you in the chat.
I just somebody else to call, but they scary.
I know y'all scary, cuz on the set. Melissa,
Hey, I've been trying to have fun with this. So
everybody shout out Melissa in the chat because she always be in here every morning when she get off work. You know what I'm saying? Faithfully. So when when she going to work when we go live every night. So man, shout out to the women who really got a job.
I'm at the post office now. That's where I work at.
The post office.
Yeah, that's where I work at.
Bro, they used to run me ragged. I said, fuck this.
Yeah, they do. They do. I'll give you that.
But
They will like.
you know what happened? The lady who was my manager, supervisor, whatever you want to call it. Yo, she used to have a vendetta out for me, but then find out she liked me because the other manager, she was cool with me. She would just be like, man, that lady like you and all this stuff. Cause I'm a grown ass man. I'll just be chilling. But that lady always just come looking for me. I'll be like, I do not want to work for her because she just tried to bully me. And she was trying to get me out of there so she can fuck with me. And she did.
Yeah.
She tried to fuck me. I was like, bitch, you let me lose my job. Like, I don't fuck. What I look like? Stupid. You know what I'm saying? It
I
was crazy.
mean, I feel that because my manager be calling my whole government name on the dang loudspeaker. And I'm like, please don't do that. So I understand. I totally understand.
And it was because I was temporary. And once I knew she was trying to mess with me, and I seen her friend request on Facebook, I blocked her. Yeah. So
That sounds like a plan.
yeah, I was like, she using her job to get what she want. Oh, nasty heifer. It was frustrating because I used to work my ass to death, but I had man, I was working in the part where you sort the mail for the to go like the hand mail, like the envelopes, and you got to put it on that machine.
That's automation. That's automation.
Yeah, it sort that machine. I was over there, but my wrist was hurt, so they put me with her, and I was like, bruh. And she used to come look for me. I was like, man, put me back on automation. I went and got a wristband and everything. I was like, hell no, I don't want to be over there with her because she was weird.
Yeah, I worked on automation one time and I said never again.
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh god, it's terrible.
Yeah. But it's so much sexual harassment that go on in the post office.
People do not see that. They don't see that.
Yeah, I see
They don't.
the short
you
time.
guys about that? I see that.
The short time I was there, I was just there through the holidays.
Oh, so you was a PSC, you was a temporary employee.
Mm-hmm.
Or you was probably seasonal. Either one.
Yeah, I had because I was working at home from COVID. So when I was working from home, they couldn't really tell what I was doing. Like, so I only worked like 3 hours a day, even before COVID. But so when COVID, I was like, I can get a night job and I could do this in the daytime. I was so damn tired. I did that shit for but my bank account was fat.
Oh yeah. I know about that because I just got a car, so I know how it is. I just got a car, so I know how it is.
Maybe the left hand. I go left hand and right hand. I feel like I'm cheating when I use my right hand. Joker. She making jokes about me. My wrist
I know.
hurt.
I'm reading this. She's trying to get on you.
But hey, man, I ain't the only person out here that got to.
We got needs. We got needs.
Yeah.
I say
I told you I be real. Sometimes I say some embarrassing shit, but I'm not really embarrassed by it. Like
why
I've
should you?
I've had worse, So it is what it is.
Hey, I guess I'm the only person that's gonna call today. That's cool. I'll take that.
Well, you get your ass back to work and make sure my mail get here on time. What city you in?
I'm in Madison.
Okay, I was just making sure my Nikes don't come from your city because if my
Oh no,
Nikes come,
if they do, I ship them to you. You give me a tracking number, I'll ship them. I'll take them, find them in the building, and I'll ship them to you. You're not that far from Wisconsin, you know that, right?
Wisconsin.
That's where I live at.
Oh, okay. No, my shoes don't come out there. But I need to come out there though. I do. I need to come out to Wisconsin. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna come out there. But it's some other stuff. It's going down out there. I
It's
need
nice.
to come.
It's really quiet. Really quiet. Go ahead.
I used to need to go to Milwaukee. And actually, the video I played earlier is from Milwaukee where the girl got killed. Yeah.
I know. That was not too far from where I was at when I went to the G Herbo concert. So yeah, I know about Milwaukee. If you didn't read it in chat, that's why I stay out of Milwaukee because always something out there. It's always it's worse. Milwaukee is neck and neck with Chicago, and I'm from Chicago. I was just in Chicago last week, so Milwaukee is just always something. Always something.
Yeah. I want to see Chicago too. I was actually supposed to go to Chicago, but yeah.
Maybe one day we'll go. I'll take a little tour. We'll go. It's actually
Chicago.
totally different than what everybody said it is. So
I'll pull up because I've been wanting to go. I travel all the time.
yeah, I'm always driving somewhere. Yeah, the food is good. And I'll take you to Lakeshore Drive, take you downtown to the beach, different places.
Yeah. I just want to go get my Jordans. I'm gonna come when some nice Jordans come out that I want to get because I know they're gonna be in store and I can pull up and get them.
Yeah, or you get them in Nike Town, downtown Chicago.
Yeah, y'all got all the you get everything. So
that's why I go back to the city for everything, and I'll take you to Harold's. It's the famous chicken spot. I'll take you there.
Yeah. I want to go to Harold's Chicken because I heard about Harold's Chicken.
Thank you. One day when you come, you get cool, I'll take you.
I want to go. I want to go. What's is it Sonny's Chicken? What's on the shop? It's the chicken. Is the chicken spot on the shop supposed to be Harold's Chicken?
Yeah, that is Harold's Chicken.
Oh, okay. I figured that's what they was doing, was like making a play on Harold's Chicken. Yeah. I want to try. I want to try Harold's Chicken, and I want to do it was something else I want to.
Deep dish pizza from Giordano's. I'll take you to
I don't know. I ain't never had Chicago deep dish pizza, but anytime we have deep dish pizza here in Oklahoma, like from Pizza Hut or whatever, that shit is not good. So I never got into it. But I'll try it from Chicago because it's supposed to be good. But
it is good. I eat it. A lot of people don't eat it, so.
I try it. I like pizza, but I try it because it's from Chicago. It's not not Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Get you an Italian beef or get you a Chicago style hot dog. You in there?
Is Chicago where the girls be at that hot dog stand cussing out people?
I don't know about that, but you funny. I don't know about that.
I think it is. It's called Man, what's that hot dog stand? They used to have a show.
Maxwell? It's not Maxwell, is it?
Nah, it's called. There's something like Wiener or something, but I don't know. Wiener's Line. It's called Wiener's Line. Wiener's Line or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Dang.
Like sort of like Winter Line, but Winter's Line or something like that. And the
Yeah, I
girl,
got
they be rude. They be like, "Get your motherfucking hot dog. What you want?"
yeah. It was a dude with a black dude on there. They treated the hell out of his ass on there. Yes, I saw that. So it's actually, they're not essentially doing it to be malicious. They're actually doing it to be funny.
Yeah. They do it to be funny. I want to try one of them hot dogs. I'm like, damn, they that good to get cussed out over. I'll take one.
I never been. We should probably go one day. So I ain't never been either. So
I guess you got to go in the middle of the night after you drunk. Don't go.
Don't go in the daytime.
Let me play.
Right. Go ahead.
I'll play the video again so people who just coming in want to see what's happening.
She broke the bed, so I
All
can't
right,
sleep.
well, TJ, thank you for having me again as usual. And thanks for everybody being open and all that good stuff. But I am going to get back to work, so somebody else calling besides me.
Yeah, somebody else calling. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good day, okay?
You too.
All right. Bye.
All right.
She think this funny.
Melissa, for calling in.
She broke your MacBook, baby. She done broke my child MacBook. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, Kim. Kima, don't cry. I wasn't even going to get on here and acknowledge what Danielle posted about us breaking up because, yes, we did. Things happen. People break up. We grow apart. The problem is I've been telling Danielle to get out this whole year. I've been telling Danielle to get a job this whole year and help pay bills. I'm over here in survival mode to keep a roof over all four of our heads when she's an adult like me. She getting on the internet painting out this picture that she want to paint that I cheated, when in reality, when you're single, you can't cheat. I broke up with her recently, April the 16th, which was the day before our 4-year anniversary. I broke up with her again on May 1st. When we went to California to her cousin's wedding, she asked me to put on, but she didn't want them to know what was going on. And then I broke up with her yesterday, which caused this. And the crazy part is, I said I broke up with her 3 times. Y'all, I kept breaking up with her because she kept putting herself back in a relationship with me. Never did I ever say, we good, we back in a relationship. I had to keep telling her, we're not good, we're not in a relationship, I'm done. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook account, then you already know that I've been in Alabama since Saturday. So, I got on the road last night at midnight, heading back home when all of this was taking place. And she sent me some text messages saying that I was this, I was that. She was leaving my bullshit-ass apartment. And I felt like then when she said that this is what she was leaving. And I was right. I'm not the type to go back and forth online to prove a point to nobody, because at the end of the day, I got respect for myself and I have respect for my children because their friends follow me and they see everything that happens. I have clips of them in this just so y'all can see how intense it is. She done brought the stuff out the room. I guess the TV broke or something. Oh, it is. She done broke the TV. Move. Y'all, look at my kitchen. She done broke my plates. I have a whole cookie business that's launching this month. She done opened up all my cookies, my chocolate chips, and she done opened up all my stuff and threw it on the floor. She done cooked food and left it there. And y'all know the couch that Belfin gifted me? She stabbed it. So basically, we need a whole new apartment. Y'all, she broke my child MacBook in half. She done broke it in half. Danielle, I'm finna call the police. We're gonna replace everything you just broke because it was not that serious. All you had to do was get on there and tell the truth about how you couldn't pay bills. But you want to make it about me cheating. And you done took my baby shit and broke it. The story is more than what she just got on the internet and painted it out to be. It's so much deeper than that.
Hey man, I am never dating a female with a baby daddy ever again in life. Them bitches don't be gay for real. They baby daddy or they ex probably just hurt them, so they try to run to the quickest thing that they can find. Let me tell y'all my story. So most of y'all probably know I was going with the girl Cooking with Kayla B. Kayla. We ain't together no more. Because we was having some type of issues. Nah, shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Let me tell you what I caught this bitch doing. Before I even get all into that, I'm going to tell y'all how we met. So, I'm a hairstylist. I do hair. I do locks and stuff. And I knew her sister because her sister used to go with one of my friends. She fakes like she wants to get her hair done because she seen my Instagram page and shit. So I finally do her hair, you know what I'm saying? My partner on the low tell me like she want to mess with me and shit. And I was like, okay, she cute, I'll mess with her. So, you know, we start chopping it up. Normally, I don't even fuck with people with hair I do because I just feel like that's too risky. But this time I just chose to. So we chop it up and shit, you know. Got a little conversation going. She get to telling me about how she was married and she moved out to Texas because she from Alabama. But she moved out to Texas to get away from her baby daddy. So I'm like, okay. The whole time I'm thinking like they not together and none of this shit. So I ain't gonna lie, we end up, you know, doing what we doing and shit. And she was sending me shit on Instagram, and I guess like the dude knew her like password. So the nigga started going crazy. I mean crazy, like constantly calling her, blowing her up, doing all this crazy shit, even messaging me, all this shit. Whole time I'm like, man, why this dude messaging me? Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So that should have been red flag number one because they was going back and forth. And me, I'm the type of motherfucker, like, I'm not finna get into it with nobody over no female. That's just not how I operate. Like, it's just too many females out here in the world for me to be, you know what I'm saying, getting into it with a nigga, or excuse me, a person over a female. So, you know what I'm saying, I let them do their little thing, but dude kept messing with me, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm petty. I stopped going back and forth with him, but I ain't really pressed for real, you feel me? So, yeah, that goes on for a little bit. Meanwhile, you know, we getting closer and closer. So, you know, like I said, she ends up moving with me and shit, which was fine because, you know, us gay folks, we move fast and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything was good for like a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? So I say like year 3, we was together. Shit just got bad for me. I ain't gonna even cap y'all. Like, I wasn't even like getting no money for real and none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went through a little period. And like, she the type of motherfucker that wants you to just like take care of her type shit. Like, pay all the bills, pay for the fun, do all this other extra shit. And I told her from the jump, like, that ain't something I can do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's you plus 2 more. Like, it was just me and her then, you know, whatever. But it ain't that. So, boom. We started getting into it. Shit like that. Mind you, I think like year 1, this girl like cheats on me with her baby daddy. I ain't even never told nobody this shit. I let that shit slide because I'm just like, you know what? Whatever, like, shit happens. I get it. Y'all been together since y'all was kids. So, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whole time, I've never cheated on this girl. I never did nothing to this girl. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. We getting into it and shit. Like, I'm going to skip on to year 4. We getting into it. You know what I'm saying? So, she tells me, like, she don't want to be with me no more. And me, I'm in love with the girl. I'm telling her, like, man, let's work this out, da-da-da-da. And she, no. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my people about it. They like, oh, something ain't right with that and shit. So, whatever. So, we fast forward. She, all of a sudden, she going back and forth to Alabama. Because, you know, she's from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So, I ends up going through her iPad. No, I ain't even say that first. She calls me and tells me that her baby daddy girlfriend, which is the girl that he had 2 kids by since they had been broke up, then came to her hotel and pretty much tried to open her door. So she telling me like, yeah, I told him to come over there to see the kids before we go back to Texas and shit. I'm like, okay, well, you know, she was tripping because I'm thinking, you know, the nigga just came to see the kids. So we fast forward. I go through her motherfucking iPad. They been the whole time. I'm like, damn. Okay, so at this point, I'm gone. Because, like, I ain't never cheated on you, you know what I'm saying? I had a little fucked up situation. It's cool, but I ain't never did you wrong. You know, I loved you, love the kids, you know, love your family, all that shit.
Call from
Tamika.
to accept, press
What it do?
Hey PJ, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hey y'all, how you doing?
What up?
Melissa, Joker TV, what up? So, you know the story that we're listening to, right?
Uh-huh.
And how you can hear me, right?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. For those that are like listening, those that are in the live, I'm Tamika Casey. So, okay, this is a story. The story that PJ is playing. You know, you saw the girlfriend, the mom's girlfriend or whatever, destroyed the house, destroyed the baby's MacBook, did some things, and you know, of course, that's going to traumatize that child. She's going to remember that. And it brought me back to a memory. Like, I don't have a memory of like having to put somebody out or whatever. So my memory is back in the 90s. Okay, we're little kids. My mom, she's a single mom. It's my brother, two sisters. And so we're little kids, right? But I have a grown cousin, so a grown male cousin. And what happened is, you know, we're kids, we don't really know much. I'm like, I say around like 9, 10, 11, around that age. I can remember I'm like around that age. So anyway, so my cousin, uh, you know, he took the back room. I remember he took the back room. And all I can remember one day, I know that my mom kept saying she was missing stuff out of her room, missing stuff out of her room. So one day it was like a big blow up. Every day he had that room door closed, and I would hear like this theme music, and the song had to be something, you know, like it kept saying backyard brides, backyard brides. So we would hear this music playing, and we just, you know, assumed that he was watching, you know, just a random movie. We're kids, we don't know anything. So my mom, it was just this big blow up one day, So I'm guessing she caught him doing something. He had to be doing something strange. You know, I know that she kept having problems with him. You know, he didn't want to work, didn't want to do anything, just living free. And so there was this big blow up. He wants to throw things all over the house that he, you know, now that he has to leave. And, you know, my mom's fussing with him, you know, arguing with him and, you know, not telling him anything wrong, you know, basically getting on to him. But so anyway, as he's throwing things, you know, and, you know, packing his stuff up to try to leave, this movie that he had on, you know, back in the day, we had the VHS. You remember the VHSs, PJ?
Yep.
Y'all remember the VHS? Okay. So we had the VCR players. So the movie was still in. And as kids, you know, we're nosy. We're looking at everything. So it was some strange stuff. You know, I wanted, you know, keep it YouTube friendly, but it was some strange stuff on that TV screen back there. So my mom rushed and, you know, cut the TV off, but the tape was still in there. And so he's packing his stuff, throwing his stuff all around. And
there's a bunch of magazines. All I seen was these men, like you know how the bodybuilder type men on the covers and stuff like that of the magazines. I mean, there were so many magazines, and he had, I never forget, in the closet. My mom kept blaming us. She kept blaming us for jars of Vaseline going missing. Oh, y'all threw it in the trash. Y'all keep losing my Vaseline. Y'all keep messing with my lotion. And we would always tell her, no, we didn't. We promised we didn't. Come to find out, this fool had all of these bottles, hiding them. Instead of throwing them away, he hid them, and I guess used them until he couldn't use them anymore. So hid them in the closet. It was all in a little plastic bag, like a dark color plastic bag. And I mean, he had all the jars of Vaseline, even in the windowsill. I remember it was an open jar of Vaseline. So whatever he was caught doing, it wasn't right. So as all these things are as all these things are happening, kids don't forget nothing. We watching everything, listening to everything. So I mean, she's getting his stuff. He's packing his stuff. Stuff is going everywhere. We discovered we discovered how, the Vaseline's went missing, the lotions, her expensive lotions too. I mean, she would go off about those. Victoria's Secret, all of that. So we discovered all of that. And I do remember she when he was on the front porch, he forgot that tape, the VHS tape. I'll never forget it. And it said Backyard Brides on the front, when it sticks out of the VCR player. And I will never forget it. A child don't know what, I don't know. I didn't know what that was, Backyard Brides. But I remember it. Till this day, I remember it. I can still hear the theme music. And so that was one of the 90s porns or whatever. So, but this is what traumatized kids don't ever forget stuff like that. So till this day, I'm still traumatized by the whole situation. The Vaseline. Oh, on the front porch, let me tell you what fell out by the car. Okay, it was this thing, and it had, I will never forget, it had something on the name of it. It said Cucumber Buddy. And I will never forget. I said, why would he keep a vegetable, or why would he keep that in a box? As a child, I didn't know what that was. But as I got older, I found out what that Cucumber Buddy was. It would look just like a cucumber. And when I tell you it was some strange things he was into, I mean, I just, to this day. And that's why when I got grown, and I used to hear, I said, somebody said, oh, he married this lady in the church. I said, he married a lady in the church. This lady was in a wheelchair. I felt so bad. I said, now I know that my cousin, he got some cotton in his candy. Now, how did he marry a woman? So I was a little confused by that. Come to find out, he married the lady, and the reason why he married her, he was using her, basically, still doing the same thing to this day for a free place to live, but now all of a sudden he's living his truth, and he married a man. But I always knew it. I always knew from the incident that happened when he had to get put out finally, because my mom kept giving him, chance after chance, but discovering everything that he was doing, all that weird stuff, his kids in the house, he was just being too weird, and then want to get an attitude. You living free, but you want to get an attitude when somebody tells you you have to get up and do something and make something of your life, start out on your own, things like that. So, you're throwing stuff all over the house. By him doing that, oh yeah, he traumatized the hell out of all of us.
So
he sure did.
Can you see me on video? Probably not. But I just want to know, did he throw it like this? Like, was he like... Did you notice your cousin was gay before you knew he was gay? Before you found out that? Did you like? All right, the signs was there, but you was too young to really realize that your cousin was gay.
Yeah, I didn't know because we were too young. When you're that young, and back in those days, like see, my mom was a Lord Jesus, my mom was a reverend, so we used to see her preaching, and she shielded us from a lot. I have children. I have 5 daughters. My husband and I, we have 5 daughters, and the youngest is 6, and the oldest is 13. So I don't shield them from everything I was shielded from. They need to know about these things.
Mm.
So, but back in those days, we were shielded from so much. Like we didn't know anything. We didn't know about, okay, what drugs look like, things like that. We just didn't know. So I didn't recognize what was going on then. But as I got older, I was like, oh, snap. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. But yeah, I didn't recognize it as a child. But this girl on the video that you're showing, the little girl, how the mom's girlfriend broke her MacBook. She's never gonna forget that. She is
Mm.
never gonna forget that. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, she was tweaking because she knew that was that baby's MacBook, but that just reminded me of what I saw. Like, and I was that little. Oh yeah, she's never gonna forget that. She's gonna have flashbacks of how the house was destroyed. She's gonna remember details like forever. That's like a forever type of thing. So what the mom needs to do is basically focus on her children. I thought it was maybe that one little girl, but she said she has kids. So it's more than one. So she needs to focus. She needs to not put the kids in another situation like that. Because I know one thing about my mom, she never put us in another situation to where somebody was gonna be in her house doing weird stuff. No, she never put us in another situation like that. When we got to be adults, she got married, and that's why she never would put a guy in the house or anything like that. So she basically focused on us. So I feel like that's what a lot of people do need to do is just focus on the children because it's so many weirdos. And then if you're gonna have people coming in and out and traumatizing your kids, like, that does something to the children. It really
Mm.
does. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but
just wanted to call
you
in. I
know,
was like, I don't have a story about calling, about putting nobody out, but I never would forget, and that reminded me about the little girl in this story, how she is never going to forget.
it,
Hmm.
just even on the other story that I did earlier tonight when I went live. All right, there's a
Uh-huh.
backstory about her where her siblings. The reason why the oldest daughter moved out early was because this is when all the drama started between the mother and the daughter, to where the mother would allow her son to shoot her daughter. The mother allowed her. I don't know if it was the same sex, but it was allow her lover to move into the house. I think it was the same sex, regardless of whatever. But that person used to she would get jealous of the older daughter. And so when she would get jealous of the older daughter, that caused friction between the mother and the daughter. And the mother chose her partner, which I don't remember if it was a boy or a girl. Um, but the mother would choose the partner over her daughter, and so that
Oh
resentment
my
stayed
goodness.
with her. And then that's why, like, so there's other stories that I didn't get to because I don't know if they're true or not. These are all hearsay because I don't know the whole
Okay,
story.
yeah.
And I think that's what that guy was talking about. He was like, "Y'all need to quit running y'all mouth about my family because y'all don't know what's really going on." And I think that was one of the
Yeah.
stories. And I'm glad I didn't play that because it could be fake, it could be real, but whatever the case may be, that's also part of that whole thing. It's like people like allowing toxic people into y'all's lives, and they not only are they destroying your family, they trying to separate y'all.
Exactly. And that brings me to like I used to. I used to wonder. They used to say, my mom, God rest her soul, she passed away in 2008 from ovarian cancer, but she fought it for 8 years. So she was 45 when she passed away.
Oh, she was young.
So yes, she was, but she's everybody's favorite person. Everybody's favorite person. They say I'm just like her, but she was everybody's favorite aunt. And they showed us so much, the utmost respect. And I used to wonder, like, I'm looking at my cousins, and I'm like, why do y'all treat your mom like that? And I never understood, because I was like, how dare you disrespect your mother? But I had to learn that everybody's relationship with their mother is not the same as mine was with my mother. See, she never would let guys around us, never would let guys ever around us or be in and out of relationships. She never would allow us to see anything like that. She never did anything like that because she was afraid from what happened with my father after, she divorced him, and that was it. So, but my aunt, on the other hand, allowed guys. We saw it, and I remember it. Until this day, she does the same thing, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And my cousins and I have even witnessed some things. And I said, look, they used to go to her and say, hey, this guy's touching me, that guy's touching me, this is happening, that's happening. And she would always say, oh, no, y'all are just troublemakers. Oh, no, Tamika just starts stuff. No, she's lying with my children. They're just making this up because they don't like him. No, we aren't making things up. You have to know this is going on, and you just don't care. You're choosing these guys over your own daughters. And till this day, that's why they never would ever curse around my mother, never disrespect her. It's just a different energy. And then they get around their mom, and then it's like so disrespectful. And I'm like, it's hard to watch, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But I have to remember and keep reminding myself, hey, so this day, she still hasn't even apologized to her own daughters, and she allowed this. And you just imagine that trauma. Like, imagine it. And to know that your mom's always going to do this, even if you tell her she called you a liar. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of these, you'll see people disrespect their parents, and you'll be like, well, why are they doing that? It's always more to the story, even though we don't agree with it, which I definitely don't. But you don't know what that parent did or allowed to happen to that child growing up. You just never know, but it's always a reason behind it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's crazy though.
I recorded another story. Y'all probably will see it in the next few days because I got some wild stories. We're gonna see some fights and shit tomorrow, but in the next few days.
Oh yeah, we ready. We ready for the mess. We ready.
After that,
we are definitely ready.
There's another story about a woman who her mother's her worst enemy. Like, her mother accused her of wild and crazy stuff as she's a kid, and she went through a lot of traumatic stuff, and she's literally messed up right now. Like, she might notice it, but she getting help for it, but she don't. We see from the outside looking in, and I see how messed up she is, but to her, she's normal. And which is okay. I'm not saying she's not normal, whatever standards of normalcy we looking at. But the thing is, she's jacked up because of her mother, and it's not her fault. And she's like she still loves her mother.
Exactly, because a lot of them, you know what? A lot of them never knew that what was going on inside the household was even wrong. As a child, you don't know if this is being allowed, and this is all you know. You're thinking it's normal, like everybody's doing it. You're thinking the activity is normal, and it's not. And of course they still love, the parent or parents, but they don't. even to this day, yeah, I have friends too, and they just don't know that that was not okay. Like what happened was not okay. A lot of it is really concerning too, because you're like, hey, if you think that this was okay, um, what about when you have children? You can't allow the same thing to like repeat itself. Like wow, like you got to be careful. But just a lot of people, they don't realize they have so much trauma. They won't accept help because they don't think they need it. It is sad.
Yeah, and also I was gonna say, she used to watch her. I ain't gonna try to give too much of the story, but she used to watch her mama
Yeah.
have sex, and
Oh
that
yeah.
also affected her, especially around being with cousins and other people, and at a young age where she's not knowing what she's doing, but she's just emulating the things that she sees her mom doing, and
Yeah.
that also probably played part into everything that happened. Which I don't know if what happened is true or not, but I just believe that like she went through some stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on like that. It's been some news stories about that and about like some incest type things, like having children, by the biological father, things like that. And when they go to jail, that same child that was taken advantage of feels like, oh, why are they in jail? I saw a girl say, you need to let them out. Why is the mom and dad in jail? They did nothing wrong. And that is scary because, like, if you think they did nothing wrong, till this day, and you're in counseling and they're telling you and teaching you that, hey, that was wrong, like, you have children. So what's going to happen? That's just scary.
Definitely a scary situation. Well,
Yep.
thank you so much, Tamika, for sharing your crazy ass story.
Yeah, I never forget. I don't never look at a jar of Vaseline the same. I always, I always flash back. I always flash back. So I would say that's trauma. But I don't look at, every time I look at a jar of Vaseline, I think of that cousin. I can't
Oh
help it.
my
It's
gosh.
just a thing. Yep, it's just a thing. Yep, it sure is. But yeah, he was wrong for that. It was too many kids in the house to be doing some strange things, strange activities. But yeah, so hopefully you learned a lesson from that. But he was dead wrong for marrying that lady
She's
when, because we all knew he had some fruit definitely in his loops a
so.
long time ago.
Let me ask you this:
He
if
was wrong.
if
He should have not lied like that to that lady.
if your man buys a jar of Vaseline,
Oh
are you
Lord
are
Jesus.
you are you gonna keep him or are you gonna break up with him?
Well, I don't have those things to worry about because I have to buy all. I make sure I buy all the moisturizers and I don't want no baby oil coming up in here and I don't want no Vaseline coming up in here. We have to use some alternative moisturizers because it just don't feel right.
He like, baby, but I like to use Vaseline, and then like half his jar come up missing, and one day you like, I knew it,
I'm
I
telling you, get
knew it,
out.
I knew
I'm
it.
telling no, you got to get the hell out now. Nope, get the hell on out, cause I don't want to find nothing else strange. I don't want to find nothing else strange. Next thing you know, cucumber buddies and all kinds of weird stuff popping out of closets. Nope, I don't think so.
That is funny.
And see, that's what I was saying about the little girl from this story. Like I hope the mom don't repeat this. Like get with somebody else, and then now the little girl and the other siblings have to watch again stuff being thrown around the house. their things getting destroyed. Relationship after toxic relationship after toxic relationship. I hope she don't do that to them kids because they certain things as a child, like you're not gonna forget it. Like certain trauma, like you just don't forget that type of stuff, and it affects you, like how you move and stuff in the future as an adult. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to tell you, you doing your thing. We are proud of you. We love you, and you just keep doing your thing. We're gonna be here supporting you every step of the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I be trying to bring the best content as good as I don't always hit the mark, but I'm always be consistent. That's for damn sure. I'm gonna keep trying, even if I mess up, because I try new stuff all the time. Like even how I'm recording right now and going live. This is something new I'm
Yeah,
trying. I'm just trying to be innovative. I'm trying to interact with my supporters. I'm trying to do something that's bigger than just dropping videos. Anybody could drop videos, but I wanna do my give backs
yeah,
because y'all support me. I appreciate that. And I can't give back to everybody, so at least I want to give back to an unsuspected person. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's people that be
Mhm.
having birthdays. Man, I'll shoot a cash after somebody for their birthday. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's showing love to people who
Yeah,
show love to me. That's all it is, man. It just is what it is. And some people go through stuff like somebody was going through something the other last week or something. I think I was on vacation and they was trying to do something, but they had I don't know if they lost a family member. I can't remember, but I said just comment and I'll post your comment with your cash out so they can we could put their story out there. But I said make a story time. It'd be even easier because I want to help support whatever you got going on because y'all watch me every day, so I don't mind sharing my platform to help somebody out. Or I don't mind sharing my platform to somebody who got a story time. I don't mind that because, like, if it's something you got to get off your chest, and you that's what I'm here for. Like I'm trying to be.
yeah,
I mean, I ain't trying. I can't. I ain't Jesus. I can't help the world, but I can. What I can do is all I can do, and that's continue to bring good content to the channel. Bring people. That's why, like, even the phone calls. This ain't nothing new, but this is something that I want to do continuously. Is because we
yeah.
get
The
to interact.
interaction. Yeah,
It makes it a
yeah.
lot better.
Interacting with us.
Mm-hmm.
Keep trying the new stuff, keep trying things, and you've already built your following. So we're gonna rock with you no matter what. It doesn't matter. Like whatever you try, we'll be right there supporting. You've already built your following, so you can do what you want to do at this point.
Yeah.
It's only up.
It's
There's
only up. It's
nowhere
only
else
up.
to go but up.
Well, I,
Yep.
I won't shy too far away, but I'm gonna just try to, stick with what I do, and y'all know my personality.
Yeah, just add some more stuff. Just season it with a few more ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
add stuff as you go because you never know. You never know. You might find something that everybody likes that you enjoy that you just want to add in there, and you can do it. So that's the fun thing about it.
Yeah, absolutely. This if
Hmm.
it ain't fun, then it's work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I went live again. I was like, man, I seen that story. I was like, man, I don't even feel like recording, and I just want to go live because I'm already up, and I didn't even plan on being up this late, but here I am.
Oh, we glad you did go live. And all of us was ready.
Yeah. Shout out to Melissa and Joker and Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Shout out
yeah.
to Laquita and you, man. You've been a semi. You've been here for a minute. Just yeah, just for so I appreciate
Yeah,
all the
and
support.
and I've missed. Sometimes I can only listen through the earphones while I'm working, and I can't, stop to join the live. I really hate that, by the way. But there's been an issue going on, and see, my husband, he's like 30. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, my husband, he's like 30, like almost 30 years older than me, so he's 66. We've been together like 17 years, but he had brain surgery. So it's been, something that I'm kind of going through lately with him. We found out he had a tumor that had been growing about 25 years. So this was before me. I mean, we had no idea. So he went from working, 16 hours a day to, okay, now he can't do anything. They told me he would walk again or talk again, but he is able to speak. He is able to walk. So they removed it. He's doing a little bit better. But yeah, so that's what I haven't been able to, just be there like I'm usually there, but I'm here. But that's something recently that we've been going through, but we're getting through it, and he's doing a lot better. And but you never know what's going on. But you're up to date on your doctor's appointments and everything, but nobody thinks, hey, let me get if you're not having normal regular headaches, you're not thinking, hey, let me get a CAT scan. So what happened one day is that his brain just ran out of oxygen completely, and he was going losing consciousness. So I had to have him rushed to the hospital. So that's what happened with him. But nobody thinks, hey, maybe I should get a CAT scan. So it just caught us out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Yeah.
So, all right, little transparency about everything. Remember, I quit drinking for a while. Like, I quit drinking for at least, I think it was like 7 months. Because, well, one, I did a 30-day fast for my religious reasons. But then it's crazy because that very next week, I go do my yearly appointments with my doctor. Get tested for everything, get checked for everything, get tested for everything. Make sure I ain't got that HiveMindLab.com rusting in my blood. That's that HIV. But I go I go get tested for everything. And now I'm at the point where I need to get my prostate and stuff checked. I ain't got that checked yet, but that's coming this next appointment. The prostate is this very next appointment. That's this appointment coming up. I'm already aware of it. It got to get done. And I'm not ashamed of it. It's just, it is what it is.
The prostate. Let me tell you real quick. I have he was 33 years old when one of my friends that I went to school with, he passed away. He had stage 4 when they found out what was wrong with him of prostate cancer, colon cancer, and nobody thinks, they don't tell you, hey, you're 30, you need to go get a colonoscopy, you need to go get your prostate. Nobody tells you this stuff because they have much older age limits, but they need to bring that down because stuff is happening at a way younger age, much of a younger age now.
Yeah, it's in the food. But I had
exactly.
I had high cholesterol, everything. So I was just like, well, before I went to go get my check, I started my 30-day fast. So I was already like a week in to my 30-day fast and then not taking alcohol. My doctor said you need to not drink alcohol, and I was like, oh, I was probably heavy on it. But then so that was just like confirmation, like my 30-day fast, and then my doctor telling me, and then I took it serious. That I was like, okay, because I was just a week in and I was still craving. But like what I'm saying is, like, get checked up, and because your body gonna tell you everything you need to know about yourself and your mind. And if you have faith in something, it's whatever it is, you gonna figure it out. But then when you go get that health checkup and you didn't listen to the signs that your body told you, that your faith didn't tell you, now you gotta listen to what the doctor tell you. And the doctor, he gonna come with some prescriptions. So I'm not telling everybody to take prescriptions or not take prescriptions, but me, myself personally, I chose to go to the organic way. and seek
Yes.
out seek out organic solutions. And so that's why I stopped drinking, and I lost so much weight. People was like, "Damn, PJ, y'all thought it was just the fat burners." No, PJ quit drinking. PJ was exercising. PJ was, and I was healthy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was really healthy.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
And
the
that's good. What did he say about the like the blood pressure and like diabetes and things like that? You good?
so I went back 3 months later. I had to go back 3 months later because that's when his medicine ran out. But I could show you jars. I still got full jars of health of high blood pressure medicine and all that. And when I went back in there, all my levels was perfect. And I was just like, I just treated my body better. You know what I'm saying? I treated my body better. I took it more serious. I'm older, and that's how it happened. You know what I mean? It ain't about it. Really, it's what you consume in your body. If you gonna sit around and continue to consume the other stuff, then take the medicine that the doctor give you because it's gonna help alleviate the stuff. Or you could treat your body better and you know and prosper. And I did. I did pretty well. So, and I'm actually about to do that again after July 4th. I'm gonna detox again. So
Yeah, we need to really figure out like these natural remedies and things like that because and we have to really, start eating better. But it's really scary because it seems like nothing is safe. They're putting chemicals in everything, and it's just really scary. That's why I want to start growing my own vegetables, fruits, things like that, herbs, because you can't really trust anything, out of the stores. If you want to be honest, you can't. They're putting chemicals and steroids and all kinds of stuff in our food, and then they're wondering why people, like people that don't smoke, just random people just popping up with different cancers, and you're like, what? Like, where did this come from? Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like, well, it is true that it's almost like they're poisoning us, and it's sad. I just wish things weren't like that, but it's all about greed, for them.
yeah.
It's
How
not
much
about
they can
lives at
get
all.
at the least price? How much
Exactly,
do they get? Yeah, that's crazy. But it
exactly.
is.
Nobody wants to be on all like medications and stuff like that, which the medications have side effects out of this world, like crazy. One of the side effects is cancer, could cause blindness, could make your leg fall off, like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, you probably won't have enough crops based on a regular person's garden. You probably won't have enough crops to, sustain your lifestyle. But if you get better and you get bigger and you sell your crops and all that stuff, you'll make enough. You'll get into the farming. You'll get to a place where, because that's where it's gonna end up. If you don't got a farm or you ain't got like
Exactly.
or organic products, man, y'all gonna be out of here. So
Exactly. That's why my focus is on land. That's what my focus is on right now. Is just owning land, and we really got to because things are you see where things are the way things are right now and how they're getting worse, 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 and we got to try to prepare.
yeah. Hey, especially,
Yeah,
are you black?
me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm black.
Okay. I just want.
Yes, I'm black. You know what? My daughter told me it's because I'm in Florida, right? And we came to Florida when we were kids, and everybody used to say that I talk different. We came from Philadelphia, so we came to Florida, and then I just never um, caught on. I never sounded like everybody else, and they're like, "Oh, you sound white, you sound white, you sound white." And then my daughter told me, my 11-year-old daughter, her nickname is Cookie. She said, "Mom, you sound like a white lady named Sarah, right?" I said, "How dare you?
I mean, I kind
How
of
dare
figured,
you?"
but then I was just like, there's an inkling, there's a chance she could be. No. But I was just saying, but we
Oh
we
my goodness.
we do need to be able to. We do need more black people in farming. We do need more black people in agriculture. It's a fact. You know what I mean? And we used to be, but we've got so far away from that that like we could our own community be looking for. Imagine going to the farmers market and every person that you see around there. Not to say they're buying from white folks or any other nationality is bad. I'm just saying
I
we
don't
don't
see
see
any other. I
us
don't see.
as
Yeah,
much.
you don't. You don't. I go to the farmers market on Hillsborough Avenue down here in Tampa, and I don't see. It's not one booth that has any of us. Like it's it's different cultures, but I don't see any uh um white there either.
Unless,
It's just, and I'm like, wait, you know what? We need to, start sprinkle us in there. Some of us, we're going to have to start owning some things. We're going to have to start doing some different. We're going to have to start doing something different because it can't be like this. It can't stay like this. And that's why I started making, because, since what happened with my husband, Calvin, um, but he grew up on a farm. He knows everything. Like he can turn something that's dead. I'm talking about a dead plant and bring it back to life, and it's so beautiful and blooming. And so I started recording him so that the girls can get, soak up all of his knowledge. Everybody wants him to come and do this project. They've always wanted him to come and do the tree work, come and do this. They prefer him over anybody else because of his knowledge, and he's
yeah,
able to train other companies as well. They'll call him on so that he can train their crew. And I'm like, you know what? None of this is recorded. If anything happens, how do our daughters, how are they going to know or
yeah,
remember? So I said, you know what? We need to know this step by step. I want them to know everything that he can tell them and teach them. So I started recording it, and so that when we do, are able to get that land and they can study, they can, hey, I forgot this. How do I do this? I can go back to this video about the instructions or, on what he gave if in case he can't give those instructions. So it's a good idea to start recording, start getting some, training the little ones, the children, like teach them while they're young. They'll never forget certain things. They'll never forget it. So I just want them to know everything he knows, because since everybody's requesting him, he can grow anything. We need that knowledge. I want to soak it up like a sponge. We need to know how to do these things,
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it was so nice talking to you and talking to y'all, hanging out with y'all in the live. It was so nice. I like hanging out with y'all.
Raise the roof. Hey, hey. That's old school. So hopefully everybody in here over the age limit to know what that means. Uh, but yeah, I do appreciate you coming by, man, because listen, like we having real conversations. It's not even about it don't even have to be about the story, but it piggybacked off the story, but real conversations, real people, real time. We're
Exactly.
gonna keep it lit always because I'm smart enough to have different type of conversations. So and I appreciate
Exactly. And something might be brought up that somebody needed to hear or that they might want to talk about. I'm gonna jump back into the live and we just it's good, that we know that you're here, you interact with us, and it's nice to be able to, hey, have you say, hey, you could call, let's talk. So that's a nice thing too,
yeah,
to have
thank
that
you.
interaction, with somebody that you support. So that's good that we can support each other like that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Show enough. Hey, man, I'm actually about to end this whole live, and we're gonna end this with Tamika.
Okay.
And shout out to Melissa for calling in because she's the wonderfulest one. And shout out to all my everyday people, man, because y'all here keeping it lit with me
Oh
all night
yeah.
long, all night long.
Oh
So
yeah.
Man, if they go, if
Yes.
it's gonna be some people that gonna listen to this live and they gonna be like, I didn't went through a rabbit hole. I didn't got health information and everything. It went from sex
But
to.
you know what? It was much needed. We can talk about anything, talk about the story and what's going on out here in these streets. And you know what? And just everybody needs to just keep the baby oil bottles to a limit and keep the Vaseline bottles to a limit. And then, everything be cool, Don't bring it around me though. Don't bring
And my lotion is Vaseline Cocoa. I'm thinking about throwing that away and just going and get a whole new brand. Now I got.
Yeah. And every time that's why I say the little girl in that story, she not never gonna forget it because every time I go to the grocery store and pass by a cucumber, I don't think so. I do not think so.
Let me get you need an English cucumber. Not a regular. All right. Thank you so much. I love you and I respect you and I appreciate you so much, man. Everyday people.
Okay, we appreciate you too.
You go ahead, lead us out. Tell us to like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and try to transfer from Vaseline to another alternative. Okay. All right.
I'll let y'all later. Peace, everybody.
Okay. All right. See y'all later. Okay.